Hello, I'm Kamiti Kibayasi. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Healthy Living. Poliomyelitis, or polio, is highly infectious viral disease that largely affects children under 5 years of age. 1 in 200 infections leads to irreversible paralysis. Among those paralyzed, 5 to 10% die when their breathing muscles become immobilized. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, cases due to wild poliovirus decreased by over 99% since 1988, from an estimated 350,000 cases in more than 125 countries to just 2 countries as of October 2023. Africa being eradicated, polio has resurfaced in Ivory Coast, prompting action by authorities and support from various organizations to contain the outbreak. The resurgence primarily impacts children who are especially vulnerable due to widespread misconceptions about polio vaccination. VOA's Yassin Ciyow reports from Abidjan, Ivory Coast.
17-year-old Matthew has been paralyzed by polio since he was 8. The illness has kept him from attending school and living a normal life, creating a challenging situation, his mother says.
I saw children with polio on television. I never imagined this would happen to my child. If I had given him the vaccine, he wouldn't be like this. Given his condition, the neighbors say he's a sorcerer. My parents abandoned me and the child.
The debilitating disease has ravaged Matthew's body, who preferred only to use his first name due to stigma. He says he feels isolated and lonely as his friends have abandoned him.
Before, my friends would come and play with me. Now they visit, but they don't come near. I stay home and only play with my brothers. In the evening, I go to bed.
The World Health Organization says polio is a highly contagious virus that can cause paralysis, especially in children, and in severe cases, it can even be fatal. Health experts say the only protection is the vaccine, but misconceptions prevent many children from receiving the vaccination. Emmanuel Ello is a 26-year-old volunteer with YouReport, UNICEF's social messaging platform for young people to share their opinions on issues that matter to them. He recently participated in a polio vaccination campaign and says despite efforts to increase vaccination rates, some parents remain hesitant.
There are parents who refuse to vaccinate their children. There are some rumors that the polio vaccine contains harmful substances. Sometimes when you visit homes with children, parents claim they don't have children or that their children have already been vaccinated, but that is not true.
In a major step towards eradicating polio globally, the WHO declared Africa, including the Ivory Coast, quote, free of wild polio virus in November 2015. However, in recent years, another variant of the virus has emerged, and the Ivorian government, alongside international organizations like UNICEF, responded by intensifying efforts, especially in the most affected areas, says Dr. Abdul Fadiga, Health and HIV Program Chief.
We have detected polio cases in regions like Abidjan, San Pedro, Daloa, Abioso, and Bouake. This is why our response is focused on these semi-rural areas.
Dr. Fadiga says organizations are now leveraging technological innovations to combat the spread of polio.
Today we have made advancements in vaccine technology. Previously, we relied on oral vaccines. Now we have injectable options. We also utilize technologies like the Open Data Kit, ODK system, used by the WHO to track polio cases. With these resources and the commitment of governments like Côte d'Ivoire, I'm confident that in a few years, we'll declare polio defeated, eradicated.
The WHO reported that the most recent detection of polio cases in the Ivory Coast occurred on April 23, 2024, highlighting the urgent need for vaccination efforts to combat polio's resurgence. For Yassin Ciyow in Abidjan, Ivory Coast, Anthony Labruto, VOA News.